Hey, it is Tuesday, and I have decided that on Tuesday we are going to have some tea chat. So I have my cup of tea here. It is one of those super big cup of tea days, and I had a whole talk planned for today, but then life happened, and I realized that there were things that I needed to discuss that I'm sure you're thinking of that we just need to talk about. And so that's what Tea Tuesdays are all about. I want to come on here and just have a chat. It's not necessarily a learning or a webinar or even anything to do with business. It's life, business, farm, kids, all those places where it intersects. But I promise you that whatever I'm talking about, it'll apply to everything. So wherever you are in your journey, either as a homeschooler, a homesteader, or a business owner, these are the chats for you. So thank you for joining me. So 2024. We are more connected across the world and around the globe than we ever have been. I am here talking to you from rural South Dakota, and you could be in Indonesia or South Florida or Nigeria, Siberia. I don't even know. You could be anywhere watching me. And it is amazing. I have to say that some of my closest relationships, some of the people that I'm like, oh, thank God I met you because you are the person I've been looking for, have come from this online space. And we use all kinds of apps like Boxer and Telegram and all the different chat apps or social media platforms to keep in touch with each other. But I'm finding there's a bit of an epidemic going on. The more technology we have for communicating, the more poorly we are communicating with each other. And I just had an experience with this literally within this last hour that I have to share. So, my children having some things going on. We are seeing a functional medicine doctor who is wonderful. She set up a call with me to discuss some test results. And it's been 3 weeks of trying to schedule this because back and forth, right? There is no clear way to get in touch with her or schedule an appointment or anything. And this is a wonderful doctor. And so that's why we put up with it. But let's think about this. Like, it's 2024, right? There are so many ways that could be in place. And one of the easiest ways is that there's just a phone number that you can call and someone will get back to you within a certain amount of time. Or there's a certain window of time that someone will answer the phone. So we had an appointment that I rescheduled my whole day around. And I have a list of questions that I needed to ask. And there were some important things that we needed to discuss. And apparently that call happened somewhere that I was never told about. Because when we've had chats like this before, it's always been over the phone. But that wasn't where we were meeting. And so now I've sent multiple messages asking, like, where should I have been meeting? And I can't get a straight answer. And see, here's the problem, because there's email communication, there's a portal, there's texting, there's phone calling. We have all that set up. But there isn't one spot that I know that if I have a question, I can go here and ask it. If I need to talk to somebody, I can go right here and ask it. And I feel like that's kind of an epidemic going on in our society right now. We have so many ways of connecting with people that many times we have no way of connecting with them. And so it's a bit of a frustration right now. And I'm going to grin and bear it, and everything happens for a reason. And you know what? It's not the end of the world. But at the same time, gosh, it's frustrating. And so in your life, in your personal life, in your homestead and community, in your business, in your family, I think we all need to take a step back and figure out, after we've had a sip of tea, because I need a sip of tea right now, figure out how are we communicating with each other? Like, what is one way that I know you can reach me and I can reach you? If I have a question, I have a problem, or I want to tell you something amazing, how can I do that? And that doesn't mean that we have to be on call and available 24 hours a day because, let's be honest, none of us want to. That's another epidemic for another day. However, when we are telling people and building relationships, like telling people to do this with us, or getting in touch with people, or building relationships, or building communities, there has to be a clear communication plan. And a lot of this is messaging, and things get lost in translation, and playing telephone with people never works. I mean, you can remember when you were a kid and you would play that and it'd get to like the fifth person and suddenly the story was completely different. And by the time it got to the end of the people that were doing it, you wondered, like, that doesn't even make sense. It wasn't even real words or real sentence structure. So playing telephone doesn't work. We need to establish these clear communication. And this is true, as I said, no matter what you're building. So our chat for today is really think about, how are you setting up this communication? How do you want people to get in touch with you? And how are you communicating that to other people so that they know that when they need you, when they're excited about something to share, or when they want to take you up on an offer, they know how to do that. I plan on doing these every Tuesday. If you have a topic that you'd love to talk about, I'd love to talk about with you. And please let me know what time of day works best for this. Right now, I've been doing it late afternoon, but I'm willing to do other times. Honestly, it's not the best time, but maybe it is. Maybe this is the time when the audience is listening. So in the chat, please let me know that you watched, either live or replay, and also when you'd love this to go live. This way I can connect with you. So here's to you. Quick sip of tea. And I will see you back here tomorrow. I do actually have a learning and teaching video for you about funnel marketing that I'd love to share. If you are not in the marketing world, though, feel free to come back on the Tuesday chats and let's connect. I'd love to have tea with you.